living life every day, late at night.
Hey lovers, Folake here and you're welcome back to the channel again. So today I'm going to be doing more like shedding light on a particular misconception, or let me not say false information, but I'm going to like give you an update on a particular topic that I'm very sure would have misled a lot of people, and me inclusive. I almost got into the trap of being misled, and that is about the hours you can work while you're studying as an international student. Sometimes this year, like earlier this year, there was this information that was flying all about Facebook, YouTube, on social media, on internet generally, that Canada now allows international students to do 40 hours work against the normal and the usual 20 hours that was like allowed initially in the past years. But you guys do not have the full details. That's just the truth of the matter. And I wouldn't totally blame people that are putting out the content about now you can work 40 hours, because in most cases, when we hear good news, we don't go like the human mind generally would. Once I am good with it, once this information is to my benefit or my advantage, you don't want to dig deeper to look for more. So once it is good for me, then all is well. But if it was to be an like a bad information or something that we don't really like, we want to search, because we always say, oh, God forbid, I pray this does not affect me. So we want to like search for the positive side of every bad news. But when we as human have a good news, we don't search for that. We just accept that. Thank God this is good news, and that is it. So you don't like look for other things. I'm not saying when you have a good news or when you hear a good news, you have to look for the bad side. But like I always say on this channel, people are putting out information, in myself included, to give people updates, to tell people, okay, what this is the new development. But the onus lies on each and every one of us to like search further, especially when you know that there are some decisions that your life depends on, or let me say your future depends on, whatever applies. Like the onus lies on each and everybody to like verify, is this information true, is it genuine? Information online on blog is to keep you notified, is to keep you updated. Please always search for update, always search for details of any information that you have online. Please. That is why this is one of the reasons why I like putting evidence in any videos that I'm making that I know has to do with decisions that can make or mar people. I always like to put an evidence, like put link or show, or just add a proof to show that this is actually genuine and you can go for that. This is why I always repeat that. Always try to do your due diligence. Content creators have disclaimers on their videos, so you can't hold anybody liable for whatever mistake that was made. It is your duty to search further. Is it true? Is it genuine? Does this apply to me? Because in most cases, it might be a general information, it might not apply to you. So the same thing applies to the work aspect of your study visa. The information that you can work 40 hours as an international student is not for everybody, guys. So this is what you have to know. Don't be too excited when you have a good information. Always try to make research. Does this apply to me? Is it general, or is this for some particular set of people? Because truth be told, the 40 hours work that international students are allowed to do is not for everybody. There is a clause. And most people, maybe it's just to serve as a bait for people to watch the video. And at times it might not be to serve as a bait, because there's a limit to the number of words you can put on your topic or on your heading. And most people do not even watch video to the end. Just hear half of the part, or you skip to the middle and you are done with the video. You don't even have all the full information. You don't have the full details. And off you go, you start implementing, or you start practicing what is not supposed to be. Guys, please always make sure whatever information you are getting, you get it in full. If you are to watch a video on an information, please watch in full, at least. So back to the main reason why I'm here. The 40 hours work allowance is not for everybody, guys. It is not for everybody in Canada. The good news is a good news, but it doesn't apply to everybody. Please. Number one, once you get to the IRCC page, you will see the update. then please always click link further. There is a clause that says it is either you've applied for your visa on or before October 7, 2022. So if you are coming in as a new international student, or if you came in this year, early this year, or if you came in late last year and your visa application date was not on or before 7th of October 2022, you are not eligible. Guys, that is the fact. And you know what it means when you like break the laws or you break the rules? These people already stated there that so people are allowed to do 40 hours. It means you are not eligible to do 40 hours. You're only allowed to do 20 hours work per week as an international student. Always verify information. That is all I have to say. It is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. Good news is for everybody, but check if that particular good news applies to you. That is the fact. Check if it applies to you or not before jumping to conclusions and doing what you're not supposed to do. It almost affected me because I was also happy. I'm in the category of people that entered earlier this year. I applied last year. And thank God I had to like check very well to see. And a friend actually brought it to my notice that Falake, no, it is you are just assuming things. And actually I've gone to the website to check, but I didn't get the full information. Like I didn't check well. I didn't click on the other information. So for me to find out, I think this is like it is just a must for me to share so that other people doesn't fall into this pit. So that you don't have any cause to say, okay, when it is time for you to apply for your PGWP or it's time for you to apply for your permanent residence, then they now dug up one stupid thing that is not supposed to affect you in the first place. And this is why I said, if you're coming as an international student and you know that you cannot afford to pay your fees alone, if you're not being sponsored and you are married, please come with your spouse. It's difficult for you to like do 20 hours job and sponsor yourself in school in Canada. Grocery bills are not joking. House rent is not joking. Living expenses are not joking in total. So everything is not joking here. You have to spend. So if you're not careful, it will be difficult for you to even use that 20 hours work to feed and just like live normally. Not to talk of saving out of it to pay for your tuition fee. It is really not, it is, let me not say it is not realistic. It is possible, it is doable, but it is stressful. And if you can't do minimum wage job for 20 hours and be able to pay your school fee in Canada without help, it is impossible for you to work on minimum wage without help, you alone, pay your fees and live a normal life in Canada. It is tough, it is difficult. So if you can get any help, get help. If you cannot get help, please, this is another advice. If you do not have somebody coming with you that will like support you in working to pay for your bills and everything, if you're coming alone, and you're fending for yourself, you're like sponsoring yourself, you have to pay your bills yourself, live all by yourself, then it is advised that you come in January. Try as much as possible to come in January. Coming alone, self-sponsored, no help, you have to pay your fees by yourself. The best intake would be for you to take the January intake. January, within 3 months, 4 months of class, which before you even enter at all, you would have paid the first part payment, like to serve for that session. You would have paid it before entering Canada. So you have time to work during the summer break and work as much as you can to save up to pay for the next session, for the next semester. But if you enter during the fall session, which is September, by the time fall session finish, you enter January, you have to pay another fees. And you don't have much than 2 weeks or so break to work. How do you raise the money? When all the money you are earning is for feeding, is for house rent, is for transportation and every other thing. So it is best advised that please do not be deceived. Do not be overwhelmed, do not be overjoyed. Always look for details, always cross-check, always what will I say? I don't even know what word to use. Always confirm that this information is genuine, and even though it is genuine, always confirm that it applies to you. Is there any other clause? Always confirm that information applies to you. We all want good information. Yes, but when we get it, let's make the best use of it so that we don't get affected badly or negatively at the end. So this is my advice for you guys, and I hope you do get value from this video. If you get value, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment on this video so that other people can also have this information. Thank you guys. Bye.